Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Can I thank my honourable friend, the member for Cannock Chase, as well, for leading this debate today and for what I thought was a really powerful and courageous speech. We've come a long way in 12 months. 12 months ago, as the chair for the co-chair for the APPG for Men and Boys, it was my privilege to lead the debate on International Men's Day. And I remember at the time people coming up to me saying I was being whispered about, and I better show my feminist credentials. So I'm really grateful today for those who've showed up and for all of the fabulous contributions from some of our female colleagues. I must say I feel a bit for the Secretary of State today because one of the calls over the last 12 months has been for a men's health strategy, and most of our speeches have focused on a new call around paternity leave. And I can only say he's been a victim of his own success because he's listened and he's delivered. And I was so proud yesterday evening to be able to join him and fellow members of Parliament and in Downing Street, where the Prime Minister announced that men's health strategy. I was also joined by somebody from my constituency who runs peer support groups for men with mental health struggles. The funding for many of those sorts of groups is currently under threat, and I can see that the strategy is making clear that is an intervention that we need, and so I'm really grateful for that. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, the member for Ribble Valley just now stole my dad joke, so I'll cross that one. I'll cross that one out. But I've got a new pen. It can write underwater. It writes other words too. And I do hope that that we can store all of these dad jokes in a database somewhere. I wanted to just take a couple of moments to address, though, the importance of fatherhood and what it means to me, and particularly this call for paid paternity leave and why I think that's so important. And linking that to mental health, may I say that in some of the darkest moments in my life, where, like a lot of people, I experienced depression and felt that my self-worth was lacking, or that I was failing at everything I was trying, that it was my children and picturing their faces and my responsibility as a dad that pulled me through those difficult moments. And some of the happiest moments in my life were those first early days holding a newborn child. I remember vividly holding in my arms my youngest daughter and looking into her face and just feeling like I'd been given this precious gift from heaven, and knowing that she was precious. That's all I knew at that time about her. I couldn't predict how she'd turn out to be. She's now a 12-year-old, and she's going through all of the sorts of emotions and stages that girls at that age go through. And and when she tries my patience, I still remember that moment. I still say to my wife, you know, she is precious, and we absolutely adore her. My oldest daughter, she's the one whose birthday party broke my leg a few months ago when I was roller skating with her around the disco to Mr. Brightside. I remember being up in the night with her when she had colic. But those early weeks are so important, and far too often women are left alone to recover from their surgery while the fathers are missing and not having those moments to bond. And I think that that's a really important call that comes from this debate. And also just that precious time together. I met this week with the schools minister. We talked as well about the need potentially for parenting classes. There's no shame in saying this, that sometimes we just need skills to help us develop our children's values. And I know that certainly I'm a better dad today than I was 18 years ago when my son was born. And I hope that those are things that we can take up too.
Dr. Scott.